blossoms, which I have a picture I took at my house. Because at my house, I have a big container just of the blossoms that go into the tea bags here.
Neat.
And you could actually, if we have that image, you could actually see.
Oh,
those
pretty.
are the teas in the fridge, but no,
Yeah.
I took a picture the other day, a still. Maybe we don't have it.
Okay.
But I just took a still picture the other day. But we only use the blossoms. So if you go down the list on our tea, first of all, it's Egyptian chamomile tea. 99% of the chamomile tea that comes out of Egypt is not organic. Ours is, which is one of the reasons we've run out of chamomile tea. It's so hard to find Egyptian chamomile tea that meets our standards, that's also organic, and then it's 100% blossoms. And that's just a picture I took with my phone. So that was just my phone taking a picture of the tea I use at home.
A lot of tea is just leaves. It's not the blossoms.
It's stems, it's leaves, it's all of the inexpensive part of the plant, where our tea is actually just the blossoms. Which then goes to what makes our tea unbelievably special. When you want chamomile tea to put you to sleep, you want this wonderful, it sort of has this creamy, almost syrupy texture when you make a great chamomile tea. But it means you need to steep it for a long period of time. Virtually any chamomile tea you try will get bitter when you do that. My tea, you could steep it for a week, which I often leave it in the refrigerator in those teapots. You could steep it for a week and it will never get bitter. So you get to extract all of those wonderful, relaxing, soothing compounds without it becoming bitter. So it's absolutely unique. You'll fall in love with it. We also do a version where we mix our mint, great after a meal for settling the stomach. So they're both remarkable when it comes to this kind of a soothing, relaxing tea.
And you have two choices. So we have the Egyptian golden chamomile tea, or we have the chamomile with peppermint. My favorite is chamomile peppermint. I keep that stocked at all times in my kitchen. Andrew's tea has made me become a tea drinker. I was never a big tea drinker. This is the most delicious tea I personally have ever had. Andrew's absolutely right. It never gets, you can leave the little tea bag, if you will, in your tea. It does not get bitter ever. It's so delicious. It's just really a lovely tea. So if you want to stock up, we have special pricing I'll show you for this visit. You can do a 30, a 60, or a 90 sachet count, and then you can see it's 24, 44, 64 normally. Today, big savings on this. You can get 90 sachets for $39.90, which is pretty great.
I also need to point out, you could use one of those sachets to make 3, 4, 5 cups of tea. I'll use one sachet in a liter teapot. A liter is more than 4 cups.
I do
a liter's
too.
5 or 6 cups. So
And I do what you do. I turn it
bitter.
into iced tea also.
Yep.
You can make a big, keep it in the fridge. I mean, it's great.
But because they never get bitter, you get to make 5 or 6 cups of tea. So when you start doing the math on that, it starts literally becoming pennies a cup. And it's the finest organic chamomile tea in the world. It's Egyptian chamomile, and you could taste the difference. So it tastes delicious, and if you could steep it for longer, it means you have an opportunity to deliver the benefits you really seek. And here you could see it kind of takes on a yellow color, the tea.
So pretty. I love your sachets too. They're beautiful.
And then the chamomile with mint tea, again,
pretty.
wonderful after a meal. So drinking tea, it's a 0-calorie proposition. It's hydrating. And it also delivers protective compounds, because chamomile tea and mint tea, in addition to their soothing role and their soothing role to digestion, they also are rich in protective compounds and antioxidants. So it's a wonderful habit to develop. It's a healthy habit to develop. And unfortunately, it's not a habit that we as Americans typically have sought to develop, and most chamomile teas are nasty. You use them, they're mostly leaves and stems and the parts of the plant that shouldn't be used to make chamomile tea, but it's cheaper to do it that way.
Yeah.
But not my tea.
And actually, these are almost gone. I should point out, there's only a couple hundred of these left.
Very little.
So whether you want the chamomile or the chamomile peppermint, which is also available, both lovely, delicious. It's so interesting to me when BOP